when you.
What the? Oh.
First 10xx.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
That's good.
I'm
I'm still mad, but like I'm happy.
Dude. What? There it is, boys. There it is, boys. That's how we do it. That's how we. October 2020 was a different time. Corbanos had just broken the 1.16 RSG world record by over 2.5 minutes, and the Minecraft speedrunning community was marveling at this new, huge, sub-15 barrier, as well as the incredible luck within the run. After a month passed, Corbanos' run was still the fastest random seed glitchless Minecraft speedrun ever. But that was about to change. Not just the world record was about to change, but the greater Minecraft speedrunning community would be changed. Forever. On November 3rd, 2020, Couriway, the 1.14 RSG world record holder at the time, had been grinding 1.16 RSG for a bit at this point and was playing for world record, with an 18-minute personal best, very respectable for the time. He was somewhat new to the community, submitting his first run just a few months previously, a 42.47 in 1.16 RSG. But he had quickly made his way to the top, and that day he loaded into a pretty decent seed. He spawned into a plains biome with a village. After noticing a blacksmith house in the village, he got 4 bread and a bed from another house and went over to the blacksmith, where he got 7 obsidian, 4 iron, and some armor. This allowed him to craft an iron pickaxe, which would come in handy later. Only getting 7 obsidian from the blacksmith was rather unfortunate, since with 8 he could have entered the nether much quicker. After crafting his food, killing the golem, and getting 8 beds to kill the dragon with later on, he headed off into the desert to find a lava pool. Since he couldn't find one, he boated across the ocean to another desert after getting flint. Shortly after, he arrived at a lava pool and entered the nether in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. The unfortunate part here is that if he had veered a little more to the right at the start of his trek, he would have seen a much closer lava pool and possibly have entered the nether in under 3 minutes. After collecting some gold ore in the nether to craft into boots, he headed off to a nearby bastion on the horizon. This was the bridge bastion variant due to the 2 bridges cutting through the middle of 2 ramparts. This variant has 16 gold blocks on top of a chalice at one end of the top bridge. Until this point, seeing a bastion in a run rather than a fortress was more frustrating than helpful. Bastions weren't seen as suitable for speedrunning since they were considered too slow rather than classic trading, which was mining gold ore to trade with the piglins. But in reality, bastions are much more consistent since you're trading so much gold. The reason players trade gold with piglins is because piglins have a 4.27% chance of getting 4 to 8 ender pearls when you give them a gold ingot in the 1.16.1 subversion. This is why runners play on 1.16.1, because in 1.16.2 the pearl odds were reduced to 2%, and piglins would only drop 2 to 4 pearls rather than 4 to 8. After the Bastion, he pearled to another fortress, collecting 6 blaze rods to make his Eyes of Ender. He then built a second portal at the fortress with the obsidian he got from the Bastion, going back into the overworld at a random spot that would put him in a ring where strongholds generate, which starts about 1400 blocks from 0-0. This is called blind travel since he had no idea where he would be other than he would be in the ring. Luckily, he was very close to the stronghold and entered the end in 13 minutes. He climbed an obsidian tower to wait for the dragon to perch, and after a very quick one-cycled the dragon and finished the run with a time of 14 minutes and 36 seconds. Now that you understand the run itself, let's compare this to the previous record to see just how different these two runs are. Corbanos started out in a dark oak forest, prioritizing stone tools before finding a savanna village over a hill. He entered the nether with a nearby lava pool at 3:56. Now, just with this alone, we know that Couriway's run is already around 50 seconds slower than Corbanos's. To add to this, Courbanos spawns inside a fortress and arrives to the blaze spawner shortly after. Couriway doesn't even enter the Bastion until 5:40 though, at which point Courbanos had 5 blaze rods and was mining nether gold. Couriway exited his Bastion with all the things he needed at around 7:30, which is precisely when Courbanos left the nether entirely with his amazing pearl luck. Remember though, Courbanos had to travel over 1,500 blocks to get to the stronghold, while Couriway had to travel a mere 300 blocks or less due to his blind travel. Since Courbanos had an ocean-exposed stronghold, he had a much easier time getting into the stronghold itself. It took him a minute and a half to enter the end after entering the stronghold, so Couriway at this point is still 6 seconds behind Courbanos. When I was describing Curry's run earlier, I quickly mentioned that he climbed up an obsidian tower. This wasn't just some random thing he did. This was intended, and actually is why he was able to beat Courbanos in the end. Notice how Courbanos is just randomly running around the end island, and the dragon finally perches after 2 minutes. Courbanos got bad RNG, so didn't finish the run until the 14:56 mark. Couriway was far away from the fountain and very high up in the sky, and so got a quick perch to claim a new world record of 14:36. This was so different compared to Courbanos' record that it was even brought under suspicion to be faked. This was quickly debunked, but it's still crazy how much this record changed the category. Apparently, people needed 4 months to figure out all these new strats Couriway used, because there would not be a new record until January 30th, 2021, when RainX got a 14:10. Let's now take a closer look at the impact this record had on the community. From now on, practically all 1.16 RSG runs used bastions, blind travel, and new perch strategies. Routes were developed to get all the pearls, string to craft beds, fire resistance, and obsidian from the bastion as quickly as possible for all 4 bastion types. Runners started getting sub-2 bastion splits, sub-130. Even sub-1 hypothetical routes were developed. Ways to find bastions and fortresses with the F3 screen were found, and now common across many Minecraft speedruns. An entirely new overworld route was developed, ocean strats. Ways to find the stronghold even faster than blind travel were developed, such as calculated travel and divine travel. In short, this run made the community go nuts. Couriway himself now has a PB of 11:15, and at the time of making this video is attempting to speedrun 1,000 different worlds in a row without resetting. He has almost nearly 200,000 subscribers, being the second most popular Minecraft speedrunner behind Illumina. Things have settled down by now in terms of strategy development, but the category is still ridiculously active, even one chaotic, confusing, but fun year later. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Sorry that it took a bit to get out. Thank you all for so much support on the channel recently. The past 2 videos have done absolutely tremendous. I also have a second channel where I'll be posting clips or runs I have. Make sure to like and subscribe if you feel like it. And as always, have a good one.